Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with me, and hopefully, I'm back on schedule. I don't know if I even have a schedule anymore. Things have kind of gone wacky around here. But I did want to get videos done today and tomorrow. And then I had some questions from some different people that have sent me Happy Mail, have asked did I receive it and all of that. I know you're wanting me to show it on the video, and I plan on it. As I told you guys about, a week ago, I had done the video for the Happy Mail, and somehow it got corrupted. It wouldn't upload. So I ended up having to delete that one because it wouldn't upload. Now, I can do another one, and I'll try to do it Saturday morning. I'm going to try just to schedule my Happy Mail videos and anything that I might get from a thrift store or whatever. I'm going to try to schedule those on Saturday because during the week it's just too hectic for me. I will be able to do that video, but I went ahead, when I had finished my video, I went ahead and stored everything away in its little proper places. And so I'm not going to know who gave me what. I may remember a couple of people and a couple of things, but that's all. So I'll be able to show it, and you will know if you sent it to me or not, but I'm not going to be able to say, look, so-and-so sent me this big bundle. So I apologize for that, but that's just the way it goes. Normally, after I get the video done, since I have very little space, because I'm actually in our store too, and I take up a little corner of that store for my crafting space, then I have to go ahead and put everything away in its place once I get it shown on the video. If I don't, I won't have any room. Things will be laying all over. So hope that's okay. Next time I will try to make sure that my video actually uploaded correctly before I store things away. I have never had that issue where it got corrupted before, so I don't really know what happened this time. But anyway, we will get it done, I promise. And I thank you guys so much for everything that you have sent me. You guys have gone above and beyond anything I could ever imagine. So now let's get on to today's project. What I'm going to do today, I know this is Journal Thursday, and I do have a journal that I'll be starting on, and it is another spring journal. And I am using some of my digitals. Let's see if I can find some of my digitals. I'm using some digitals that someone sent me last year. I'm not sure who. If I can find it anywhere, I will link it. But that's one of mine. Let's see. That's one of Alicia's. Oh, okay. These are mine, and these are the Dandelion Delight. That's where these came from. So, they go perfectly with this kit, I think, because I've got, some little dandelions and some spring-looking flowers and little springy birds. So I'll be using some of that. I just pulled out some different papers that go together. They don't necessarily have to be from the same collection. If they go together, then it works. But I'll be starting on this kit probably tonight. This is the cover that I'm going to use. And yes, the cover's got a lot of yellow in it, but this has got yellow in the background, plus it has some pinks and purples, and I thought that would be really good for another spring journal. So that's the fabric I'll be using. So I'm going to lay that over there. I've already got my backside printed on that. That didn't sound good, did it? I've already got my backside printed on that. I did not print my backside on that. Oh, Lordy. Now, we're going to work with junk mail envelopes again today. Now, all of mine are not junk mail, but some of these came in Happy Mail. That's another thing I was going to tell you. Some of the Happy Mail I have already actually used or am using. So these came in a package of Happy Mail. And I've got a bunch of these. I know I could use these for mailing, but I've got a bunch of these already, and I don't mail very many things anymore. I do everything online, so I'm going to use these. Now, what we're going to make is, and I've never seen it before, it could be done out there, I don't know. This just popped in my head yesterday, so And I started it last night, and then I had company, unexpected company come in, so I had to kind of cancel everything, and, you know, I had to spend some time with my company. Now, this is the width of my journal page. My journal pages, and you'll have to measure yours because yours are probably not going to be my size, but mine are 5.5. That's my journal page sizes. So what I did is I stuck this down, and then I just measured 5.5, and that's where we're going to cut this page off, or this envelope off, and I'll show you why in just a minute. These are going to be called journal page toppers. Yes, you heard it here. Journal page toppers. Save this other half because we can definitely use that. Then when I get that cut off, I'm not going to close this end up yet. I am just going to fold it in half. Like this. Just try to get it folded as close as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. So we've got 2 ready to go. We're going to go ahead and work on a couple of them and just see what we can do. Now, I've not done one of these ahead of time, so I have no clue. All I've done ahead of time is I cut one of these. I have no clue if it's going to work. I have no clue what it's going to look like. But now, you could do this with just a regular paper, but I wanted it to be a little bit stronger, and you'll see why in a little bit. So that's why I'm using some envelopes underneath the paper. We're going to cover it with paper. You could also use just your junk mail envelopes that have, you know, like the window in them, and you got them through the mail. You can also use those. So anything that you have. If you don't have any envelopes, use cardstock. Use something that's a little bit stronger than just your regular paper that you print your digital on. Right, now what are we going to do? We're going to open this back up. I know where my little seam is there, and we're going to cover this with paper. Oh, I think we'll cover it with this. That's very pretty. Now, I'm going to let each side hang over just a little bit so that I can fold it under. So I'm not even going to measure this. I am just going to lay it on here and grab my glue stick and put some glue on here. Oops. Come back. All right, we're going to let it go over just a little. Let's see. Flip it over this way so that we can kind of sort of get it straight. It doesn't have to be perfect at all. All right, now we're going to trim this off. And you can see this is a page that my printer actually flubbed up on, so that's why I'm using it to make some things out of. I had to get a new printer. I think I told you guys that my other one just absolutely rolled over and died. Which I go through, we go through, not necessarily I. We go through a printer around here about every 2 years. We'll burn one up because we print a ton. So I went ahead and got another one. Well, I got one and it got here and it wouldn't work. It just, I mean, it wouldn't print double-sided. It wouldn't print double-sided. It wouldn't print, you know, edge to edge. I just couldn't get it to do what I needed to do, so I sent it right back. and I buy mine off of Amazon, and that's why, I mean, I get a good deal, but I can send them right back if they don't work, and they give me credit for it. So I like that. I don't have to take them into town and wait in line to get reimbursed and all that kind of stuff. And I've never had a problem with Amazon printers up until that one. So, yeah. Now, one side of this will be upside down, but I don't think that right there matters. Do you? Look at that. See, this is going to be right side up. That one will be upside down, but to me, that looks just as pretty. But anyway, I finally got, well, I say finally, it didn't take them 2 or 3 days to send me another one, but I got another printer, and so now I'm having to get adjusted to how this one actually prints when you want to print on the back side, because it doesn't work exactly like my old one did. But we'll get there. Now I'm just going to go ahead and fold it again where it was folded. Just try to get it somewhat straight. There we go. We don't have to cover this in here because that's not going to be seen. I am leaving these two little ends open, and you'll see why in a little bit. But I do think I am going to... am I going to put paper in there? I don't know. I might leave them. I don't mind that kind of blue. All right, let's see what it looks like. Now, I'm pretending that this whole thing is one sheet of paper, just one page. So it's going to cap on there like that. Love it so far. If it's a little long, trim it off, because you can't have it too long and going in, because this is where the spine will be, and you can't have it too long. Mine is a tad bit too long, so I'll give it just a little haircut here in a minute. Now, what we're going to do, well, there's many things that you can do to these, and we'll probably do some different ways. You can punch this edge and make it really decorative if you want. We'll probably do a little bit of that. Or you can just make it like a little tag shape, you know, cut off the corners here. You can round the corners. Tons of different things that you can do with this. And what this will do is... once we get finished with it, it's going to be like a little pocket tucked up under here. It's going to hold some little tags and things. Let's go ahead and trim off just a tiny bit on the edge here. We don't want it too long. And I hope it'll trim with it being kind of wet. Yeah. That will work. Okay. And you can close this up if you don't want a little pocket in there. The ones that I do with a little scallop edge, I will close up because you won't be able to have a pocket that way. Now what we're going to do is, like I said, I have no clue if this is going to work. I know. Because I just dreamed it up in my head. So don't know if it's going to work, but we'll see in just a minute. I'm going to find my center on here. And I would just eyeball it, but this is pretty important that I have the center. So, all right. Just going to put a tiny little dot right there. Okay, that's our center. I'm going to take my ribbon punch. If you don't have a ribbon punch, you can use... whatever punch you have. You can use a regular hole punch. That doesn't look like the center, so I'm going to measure it again. That is not the center. See, it's a good thing I didn't punch it. That's not the center. I knew it didn't look like it. Sometimes I can eyeball it better than... There's the center right there. All right, now we're going to take our little ribbon punch, and hopefully I can get it punched where it needs to be. No guarantees here. All right, I need to pull my guide out a little bit because I don't want to punch it down too far. We're going to punch it right there. Ooh, I almost got it too high. Okay, don't do like I did. Don't do like I do. Do like I say do. It needs to be punched a little bit lower than that. So let me adjust this before I do that again. We're going to go with this, but don't do that. Punch it a little bit lower. Now I'm going to take some of my silver paper clips. I would not use these if I had any others, but I really don't have any others. And I'm going to push that paper clip in like that, but I'm going to leave a little bit sticking out. See why I said it needs to be thicker on the top? That will eventually break, but this is going to be a trial and error one, so it's going to be okay. Now, you can tie ribbon in the top of this, put a little charm on it, lots of different things. Okay, so run it in there like that, and we'll add something to the top in a minute. Now, when you open this up, you notice that paper clip is just kind of flopping around there. Well, we don't want to attach it down. The reason being is, and let me get it back in my hand, when I start to put this on a page at the top, I am going to run, and you're not going to put it on double page like this. Let me just do the single page to keep from confusing you. You're going to put that paper clip down on that page and just press it down. And then this little part is going to stick up. And see, my little piece there is almost breaking already. But that's okay. This is just a trial and error one. Then we will glue the sides here, there, and there down to make that a topper. And then on the other side, we will glue underneath here and here to make that another little topper. See what I was talking about? You could do the scalloped edge or whatever on these if you wanted. Now, let's try to do another one. I will use this one. Once you glue this down, this paper clip is going to stay basically where it is. And you can still put little pieces up in there. Let me show you. Let's just pretend that's glued down. So we can still attach that up in there, and it actually slides right up under that paper clip and it holds it. So that's a little tag. Just slides up under there. Same thing on the other side. So it'll just slide up under there, even though this is attached down. And then you've got, and see, once I get this glued, that's not going to slide in and out. It's just something different. Just something different. And I kind of think I like the look of having a little topper on this. So once you tie your ribbon and everything on here, that's not going to slide in and out like that. But let's do another and try to get this little piece a little bit stronger. I may just run another little piece of paper on that, and so that I can use that one. But we're going to do another one. Let's get it a little bit further down this time. So I'm not going to use this as a pocket. So I'm going to go ahead and close this end up. There we go. Then we'll cover it with some paper. Now, if you want both sheets of your paper to be, or both sides, to be the right way up, then just put it halfway and then turn it around and put it halfway on the other side. That will work. But on something like this, I'm not going to worry about it too much, because that will be on that side, and to me, that's okay. But you can adjust it like you want. Okay, I'm going to let it fold over just a little. And then trim it off. And this doesn't have to be straight, because all we're doing is just folding it around. So you can just trim it with your scissors. And I just trim the ends off just at an angle, just so it'll fold a little bit better and they won't stick out. But using the envelope just makes it the right thickness that you need. Right, let's go ahead and fold it. Trying to make sure that it's straight-ish. There we go. Now, let me see how far down this is going to punch before I do anything else, because I don't want to mess this one up. Just going to take a little piece of this, slide it in there. I don't think it's going to punch. Nope. Pull it on back a little bit more. So test it first. Okay, that's about right there. So now we'll punch it. Let's see if I can find the center again. Okay, looks like it's 2 3/4 on both sides. So I'm just going to put a little dot there. And then this thing has got a little ridge right there that shows you where the center is. Just kind of sliding it in right with that little dot in my view there. Okay, there we go. That's much better. Okay, now I'm going to punch the bottom of this. Let me just grab this punch. This one will work. If you don't have a punch, don't worry about it. Just do whatever you have. Just cut it with your Cut it by hand. Cut it with your scissors. I don't know if this is going to punch or not. I may be cutting it by hand. Ooh, going through all those thicknesses. I may have to stand up for this job. And if I had let the glue dry, it would be a lot better. But you know I'm impatient. Isn't that cute? Okay, let's see if he's going to do this side or not. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, the more the glue dries, the easier it is. Alrighty. Okay, there's that. I am going to ink this one because I want those punch places to stand out a little bit. And remember, this is going to be on 2 different sides of pages, so it doesn't have to completely match here at the bottom. Now, one thing we do need to do is I'm going to glue this together. If you don't want to, you can leave it open and use it as another little tuck spot, but I'm going to glue it together. Lots of different variations on this that you can use if you want. You know, you could actually leave that open and put your little paper clip down through there too. Another idea. So now let's see what our paper clip looks like when we go down in there. Oh yes, that is just so much sturdier. Works great. Oh yeah, I think that's going to be cute. I'm going to get some ribbon. I think I've got some over here that I can tie there of different colors there maybe. Doesn't take much, just use your scraps. Now don't worry about your little paper clip pulling it in and out right now. Once we get this glued down, it won't. But until you put it in your journal, it's going to move a little bit, but that's okay. You don't want to glue it down because then you can't get anything up under it. Cute. I like that. And see, that will actually, let's go ahead and put it back on the page. Remember, center your little paper clip on the page. And if the page was in a journal, it would be a lot easier to put it on. Okay, there we go. Now, I just went ahead and put it on both thicknesses of this. Now, this one, as you can see, it needed to be a little bit longer. But I'll just pull my paper clip back up some. That's not a problem. There we go. And then we can add more ribbon here, and that'll make it stay up where it needs to be. And then these pieces we'll glue down underneath here and here. That'll be a nice tight tuck. And then on this side, we'll glue here and here. But we'll put a little bit more. I've got a darker piece. And let's see, I've got a pink piece, but I don't think we need pink on there. Depending on what page you put it on. Oh, here's a good scrap. It's a lighter pink, so we'll use that one. Or you can run lace through here. Whatever you want to use. Right, there we go. We have that. Have our little pieces on there. Now that would kind of stick out of the top of your journal. That'd be cute. And then this, like I said, would glue down here and here on this side, and that'll make it nice and tight. Make the next one a little bit longer so my piece there doesn't show. And let's say this is a tag, and it would tuck under there, and it's nice and tight so it doesn't fall out. And then the same on this side. Okay. And then there's tons of different ways that you can decorate this. We may decorate some of them, but I want to make a few more first. I'm going to adjust the next one a little bit, I think. Now, if I had some different paper clips, it would probably be a little bit better. Shorter paper clips would be even better, but this is the only ones that I have that are a color at all. But probably like 1.5 inches. These are 2 inches. Would be a whole lot better. But I don't have those. So I'm using what I have. Go ahead and do another. I'm just going to measure it by this page right there. Then we'll cut it. And we may try this one by leaving that little piece open and tucking our paper clip down in it. We may try that one on this one. I'm gonna glue this together. Then if we trim it, and when we trim it, we'll glue the other part a little bit. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. Okay, now with this size envelope, I won't be able to make it any longer. But if you had a different envelope, let's just say envelopes like this would be really good to use because they're going to be longer on each side and they're going to be plenty long enough to use for the page. So we may use that one next. Right now we're going to do this one. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cover it with paper before I fold. I've been folding and then covering paper and then folding again, but we're going to do it the opposite this time. If I can move some things and get to my paper. Let's use this on this one. Isn't that pretty? I don't know who sent me that paper. I've had it in my stash a while, and I was going through my stash the other day, pulling out some different pieces that I wanted to use, and I happened to see that. I thought, ooh, I'm going to use that with my Dandelion Delight page, or digital. Now, I did not leave that where I could lap it, where I could fold it over, did I? Okay, let's do it that way. Art glitter glue is permanent unless you pull it up real quick. And I just happened to pull that one up fast. Okay, we'll cut it about right there. Remember, these ends do not have to be perfectly straight because that's just going to fold over. Not a problem. Make sure I get all my corners glued down. I got to go to the courthouse in a little bit and get a tag. And, oh, I hate going to the courthouse around here. I don't know if it's that way in y'all's town or not. Let me know in the comments below if it is. But around here, when you go to the courthouse, you might as well just decide to stay half a day because nobody up there gets in any hurry. It takes a half a day just to get a tag or get your license renewed. And yes, on some things I know you can do it online, but this one I have to go and be in person because I've got to change it from my hubby's name to mine. So I have to go up there to do that. They won't let me do that online. Okay, there's that. Oh, I love that. I don't know if I want to cut that at all. Let's see, what would we do? Let's just round the corners on this one. You could, now, if you wanted to cut it with your scissors, you don't have any punches, but you wanted to have a little decorative, you could fold it this way. Don't crease it, just kind of fold it, and then just do your scissors and make a little cut, and that would make you a little decorative cut on there. But just do it any way that you would like. That's what this is all about. I'm just kind of showing you how it's used. You guys usually come up with much better ideas on how to make these than I do. When I'm making them on video for the first time, sometimes it's kind of hard for me to think and make at the same time. But I know you guys can sit there and look at it and go, oh, why didn't you just do this? Why didn't you do? And you give me so many good ideas about a faster way to do something or a better way to do something. So don't hesitate to ask questions. Don't forget to leave your comments under the videos for this month because we will be doing another drawing. We did have our winner for February that has claimed her prize, and all of it has been sent to her except I think one thing, and I've got to get it. But we will have a March winner that will be coming up shortly. I tell you, these months are going by too fast for me. All right, looks like that's 2 3/4. But you have to leave a comment and you have to be a subscriber in order to win. Okay, now since we didn't cut this one open at the bottom, I think we can still do this though. So let's see what we can do. I think we can still put it in there, inside that. I know this is a little fiddly, but it works. Okay, let's see if we can put it down in there. Okay, might be able to. Okay, so our little paper clip, well, one side went in, the other one didn't, but I'll fix that one in a minute. But now it's kind of stationary. Now I just slid it down in between the layers of this envelope. That's all I did. So now we can decorate this. We can put our little pieces on the top. So let's lay that one aside. I know you're thinking, well, why don't you decorate something? Get it ready. Because this is trial and error. I'm making different ones. I just want to see what different ones look like. Now this is a envelope that someone sent me as well. Let's go ahead and cover it before I start trying to fold everything. Let's put this one. Let's have a little blue on it maybe. I don't mind that. And I think the other side will look just as good. And it's a good way to use those junk mail envelopes up. Because I know we all get them. I feel like I get more than my share. I'm sure I don't. I don't get the big ones though like you guys do. We get the little flimsy ones like that one that I showed you. We don't get any big ones. Good scraps. Since we've got this other spring journal coming up, that'll be good scraps. I didn't have to leave this end on there. Will we use it? Probably not. Let's go, well, let's just fold it over. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter, I don't think. Let's see. If I fold that over, is it going to be tough to... No, maybe not. Maybe not be tough to fold again if I fold that over. As long as we get some good glue on it. Okay, now let's fold this in half. You can use a scoreboard to score this with, or ruler, and whatever you have. I'm just folding it by hand. Oh, isn't that pretty? And I even like that. See, I don't mind that is upside down, but I think once we put a little label or something on there, you're not going to be able to tell. Cute. Cute as a bug. Okay, what will we do with this one? This one is going to be longer. So I don't think we're going to have any trouble. No, we're not going to have any trouble with our paper clip showing unless we cut a lot off, and I'm not going to cut a lot off. So what will we do? Let's do a different punch. Okay, I've got this punched. Oh, you can see how dusty it is. It's been up there on my shelf. I don't know if this is going to punch. This is a little bit thicker envelope than the other one. Maybe it will. Actually, it did. And we may be cutting it off too short. Okay, we made that side, but I'm not going to try to punch the other side because it is a pain. It's too thick, and my punch is so old that I am going to tear it all to pieces if I keep trying. So for the other side, all I'm going to do is put some lace right here. I do, actually. Have a little scrap piece right there. Let's see how that looks. Oh, that's cute. So let's put that on there. I better use some Fabri-Tac. Now someone said, I don't understand how your Fabri-Tac comes out so good and mine is so thick. Your Fabri-Tac does get thick pretty quick. No matter what kind of container you have it in, it is going to get thick. It's just the type glue that it is. So you need to have some acetone and not fingernail polish remover. It needs to be pure acetone. And just put a little acetone in it every so often. I put about a capful in it about every week or so, or 2 weeks. Just depending on how thick it gets. And you can get acetone off of Amazon. You can probably get it at Walmart. I don't know. You can probably get it just about anywhere. Just don't spill it on your mat, because I'll tell you, it will take the color out of your mat. Look, isn't that cute? I like that. And I don't even mind this side. And see, we've got that little gap there. I'm going to ink it. And I may leave the little gap, I don't know. Don't really have to. We can use it without the gap. I know this has been kind of scattered. Sorry. I guess I should have practiced before I turned the camera on, huh? But I'm not good at practicing things. I like to just jump right in there and get it going. See, I don't even want to find my center, but I guess I'm going to. Let's see. This one is actually 3 1/4 is my center. So yeah, I'm not... One lady asked me one time, a long time ago, she said, why don't you prepare for your videos? Well, I'm just not one of those people that sits and makes a bunch of things ahead of time before I come on camera and start. Now, if it's something that I feel like is just way more difficult than what my brain will focus on, then yeah, I may try to make 1 or 2 ahead of time. But most of the time, you're seeing me pull it together on the video. Now, like I said, this is a little fiddly, getting that in there, especially the little short side. But we can do it. We can do it. I know we can. Okay. There we go. We got the long side in there. Now let's do the short side and put it just in between. Oh, I love it. That is so cute. See, now we've got a topper. We can put a little dangle from it. We can do whatever on there. That is neat. And there's no paper clip in here. I'm going to go ahead and glue this together because we don't need that opening there. Got our paper clip in. You can even glue your paper clip down in there if you want to. Okay, there we go. I love it. Oh my goodness. I'm excited now. I'm going to put some of this on there. You know, I had to learn. I had to learn how to do it. You guys just happened to be here watching me learn. Put some of that on there. Let's see. You know, you could use string like this to put on there. You can use just about anything you've got in your stash. Just regular lace and ribbon. And I don't know if I'll be able to tie that little short piece on there or not. And then hang a little dangle from it. Won't that be cute? Now, the dangle will hang outside the journal, so it doesn't have to be, you know, a flat one or anything. It can be whatever, because that's going to hang outside the journal. So we'll get a little charm or something and hang on there in a minute. Tie these up. You can double tie these. I just do a single tie. They seem to stay pretty well. All of the seam binding comes from my Scrap Cabin shop on Etsy, and we do have a discount code there. It is SCRAP, S-C-R-A-P, with me, SCRAP with me, 10 is the discount code for 10% off. Isn't that cute? Now let's get a little dangle and put on there. Maybe this. Yes. These are our little bulb clips. We have a pink one right there. That'd be cute. Now you can make a charm. I'm just going to hang a little piece from it for now. But you can definitely make a little dangle that will hang down there. Cute. Look at that. And then let's pretend again. I had one already folded. I don't have to fold another one. Oh well, we'll fold another because I can't seem to find that one right now. It's there somewhere. Now it would go on just like this. This is a single page. But for the video, I'm going to put it on like this because my page would actually be... Okay, you know what I didn't do to this one? Can you see? I didn't trim it off. I did not trim it off. So therefore, this one is too long to be a topper. So what we're going to do with this one is it's going to be a cider. It's going to be a cider. See, I was so excited to be able to use that envelope that I didn't even measure it. And yes, it's way too tall. So that is going to be a little side piece there. Now you can push it down further than that if you want, but I think I would leave mine hanging out like that and let it be just like a tab on your page. I like that. And your little dangle will hang outside your journal. But yes, this will push down further. Just not going to do it right now. But this is how it would look if you had it the right size to be a topper. It does get rather tight there in the middle, so it's going to hold very good. That's how it would look on your top. Let's just do that. Isn't that pretty? So all you need to do is just decorate them up a little bit. So let's do that. Let's do a little bit of decorating. And you can decorate them any way that you want. That's for sure. This one we didn't tie anything on. Let's go ahead and tie something on here. I may just tie a little piece of this on. You don't have to put but one piece of lace if you don't want to. Or whatever you're using. This is just a piece of fabric that I had a little short piece left, and I went ahead and just stitched down the middle of it. See, that's all that you need to do right there. Let's do a little embellishing. I'm going to drag out. I'm going to pull out my labels. Decide what I want on here. I think I'll use that. I'll use that one on there. That one on there. Put that there. Put that one on there, maybe. That one there. Okay, I'm going to trim these, ink them up, and then we'll glue them down. Now, I am just gluing my pieces at random. You don't have to put them in a particular place. And I'm probably just going to do one side of these today. But before I put them in the journal, I'll do the other side. But I think I'll just do one side for now. Just for the sake of the video. When I put them in the journal, or before I put them in the journal, I will go back and do the other side. Okay, there is that one. And then, like I said, I haven't decorated this side, but we will. We will decorate it. Just not on camera. I'll probably decorate it as I put it in the journal. There's that one. And then here is this one. This one needs a little bit of something else here, and I'll kind of decide that. Plus, I got this label a little bit crooked, so I need to disguise that somehow, but that's okay. That side is really pretty, I think. But that is it. I hope you enjoyed this play around and make with me. I don't know what I'm making kind of video that I just did. That's kind of the only way I know to do this thing. It's just start the video up, and if I don't know what I'm doing, eventually it'll come to me, or if it doesn't come to me, then you never see that video. That's the only way I know to do this thing. All right, guys, we will talk to you later. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you will. Bye-bye.